speaking of Biggie, let's talk about Fuck Him in the Ass, which is now called Cunt Renaissance.
Oh, yeah.
What was your relationship with Biggie like?
Well, we were both coming up at the same time, and he was friends with Red Hot Lover Tone, who ended up doing really big things with the Trackmasters, you know.
And Trackmaster produced that Crucified Dip stuff, right?
Yeah. But I was in my wild days. I was so fucking wild then. But yeah, and then when they were producing big records like TLC, they'd be like, you stay in the lobby while we're in with TLC. and I'd be like, yo, come on, what am I gonna do? Go crazy with TLC? You know, like it was always that, you know? Like it was crazy times. But yeah, so
you stay in the lobby.
Yeah, TLC be up in the, you know, it's like I'm not gonna go say crazy shit. They say, yes, you are, Clusterfy. Yes, you are. I say, yeah. But it was mainly my mouth, you know. It was like, yeah, yeah. No. The Biggie record was kind of it was a jab at the label. It was. I did it to be a dick because I had known Biggie already, and then when he started blowing a little bit, you know, he's like, yeah, of course I'll rock with you on your shit. So they were like, oh, Juicy had just hit the radio. And they said, listen, you got to give us something like Juicy. You got to give us something like Juicy. So, you know, we'll get it playing big. Give us something like Juicy. So being an asshole, ignorant teenager, I'm like, yeah, all right. Cunt Renaissance. I was thinking of the worst line possibly that I could say to piss off the label. And when I handed it in, they're like, you're such a piece of shit. They're like, you're such a piece of shit. Like, that's funny to you? Like, that's fucking funny to you? And I was laughing with my asshole. Yeah. So yeah, and I was in it, you know, they're late. They knew, you know, make a Juicy record, and it would have been all over the radio. But I wanted to rebel and fuck that, fuck my label, you know.
That Capricorn, y'all are rebels.
Yeah.
It's funny because I didn't even know cunt was insult until I was like 25, and I was working with a bunch of white people, and someone called me a cunt, like one of the restaurant people. They were like, you are a C-U-N-T, a cunt. And I told the manager,
a white woman told you?
It definitely was a white girl.
Yeah,
definitely.
it was a white girl.
Definitely was C-U-N-T, cunt.
And she was mad because I wouldn't have her fucking New York strip cut up, but whatever. And I told my manager, and he was
that
like,
was pretty cunty of you to do, Jasmin.
No, it's not cunty. At Houston's, we don't cut the steaks because it compromises our food.
Yeah, and Houston's make you take off your baseball hat. As you know, I'm a hat guy, so fuck it.
I love Houston's.
I slowly deleted that word out the vocabulary when I'm working with people. One of the last times I used it on like a professional atmosphere was I was directing a video for you and Reese, Rez, and I didn't know, I didn't think it was offensive like that, and Reese was standing, you know, a little bit this, so I say, hey, move a cunt hair to the left.
Remember this.
And she was like, cunt hair?
I remember this.
Cunt hair? And I was like, I mean, just move to the left. You know, and I saw the reaction. I said, all right. I guess that's not a good director. You know?
So that had to be around 2008 or 9. You were directing that video, but and thank you, by the way, because you've directed 3 of my videos.
Yeah,
wonderful video director. Violations with Raekwon and Human Mike. Which
and the budgets were next to guy. I didn't make any that was all. I went to bat for you on those.
He did. He made it look like a professional.
Yeah, if y'all knew the budgets on those, you'd be like, damn.
Yeah, it was a favor. Always doing me favors. That word, in that time, it was just now becoming a thing, like a slur in the States. Before the mid-2000s, you could say cunt in the States and no one would bat an eye. If you were in London or you were in Europe, that's like the worst thing you could say. But now, on social media, if you say it, you're getting kicked off.
Oh, really?
Like if you write cunt on...
I just called my friend a cunt the other day. It was a guy. Are they going to like delete me now?
If someone reports you, they're going to make you delete that.
No, it was on Twitter because I just had called my friend Big O. I called him up. And he didn't answer. Then he was like responding he was like tweeting one of my tweets and like what about JVC for us? Like some nerdy rap shit. And I was like, yo, call me, you cunt. I just called you. And its tweet's still up. I hope they don't delete it.
Someone would have to report it.
See, I got a lot of enemies online, so they report every single thing I write.
Yeah,
someone would have to report you.
My Facebook page is like that.
People report you.
Twitter and IG. I'm kind of. I guess I didn't.
Do you interact on Facebook more?
I used to, but now I'm so old. I don't know how to even get back on my Facebook. I'm locked out of the shit. If I post something, the label posts it.
That's what you have kids for.
Yeah, exactly. You know?
Yeah, I've never actually called someone a cunt. I've said it like jokingly, and a white person's like, "Don't say that." I'm like, I wasn't even talking.
You
to
are a cunt.
I will never forget. It was so.
Well, I kind of disagree with Talib on that though, because I remember in the '90s where, like, you know, the word bitch started becoming empowering. Like who you calling a bitch? You know, like it wasn't not empowering, but it was like it didn't like if you called girls bitches before that, they'd get a little offended. But then they were like, "Fuck yeah, I'm a bitch. What? I'm a bitch." You know. When you said cunt, nobody was like, "Yeah, I'm a cunt." You know, it was kind of like, cunt. It was kind of have a heart attack off that word. This is the weirdest conversation to have on Talib Kweli show.
No, this is the perfect conversation for me and R-Ray to have.
Of the pearls.
Whether or not cunt is acceptable in polite, complicit society.
What we done started. Look at what we done started. This the people party. When opportunity knocking, then young nigga move that door. Whoa, get your foot stuck, get it, call me young, go get it. Now you can't fuck with it, might as well roll with it. What's the word?